Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, Whole Hog Sports with us. Tom, we normally call it a Too Stupid Thursday, but we just changed the title with tie-out to it's a How About Them Hogs Thursday here on the Morning Rush. Road wins at Kentucky and Texas within a week's time. Arkansas, I don't know if they hadn't cured everything that's ailed them this year, but they've seemed to find some kind of balance and some kind of magic elixir here to get their third SEC win and doing it with back-to-back road wins.
Yeah, always a pleasure, guys. The win at Kentucky, that was kind of for Cal. That was for the guys on the current team. Last night, that was for old school, man. They went down to Texas the first time they played them in conference, and they were the better team, clearly. You said we were talking on Tuesday about can they bottle it, and my answer was they've unlocked something. And what they unlocked, I think the biggest thing they unlocked in that open week was taking defensive rebounds and throwing the ball down court in transition. Not all of them have worked, but a lot of them have. They had dunks. Nelly Davis was anticipating passing lanes and he got a dunk out of one. The ball wound up in Arkansas's hands so much of that first half. My lasting image of the first half was guys going up for rebounds and Texas dudes hitting the court. And then, they were getting hurt, and just on landing and things like that. But Arkansas just dominated them, and the way they started the second half, that's some of the best stretch of basketball we've seen from them so far. And then they held on. So here we are. I've at least seen at least one outlet today saying they're on the right side of the bubble. If they can go 4-5, 5-4 down the stretch, they're probably in the tournament.
Yeah, Colton, you looked this up. I think they moved from 47th to 44 in the net ranking.
Slid up 3 spots tonight, yeah. After the win last night, they went from 47 to 44, and you knocked Texas down from 25 to 29.
And where is Alabama in the net ranking?
Alabama is currently number 6 in the net, but they're AP top 3.
Okay, so another huge opportunity. I mean, Tom, I think the only games left that aren't quad 1 or quad 2 would be LSU and South Carolina. I don't want to say it's as simple as you can't lose to those guys. You got to win some other games. But if nothing else for Arkansas, with only 3 SEC wins, there is a ton of opportunity because of the net rankings in the final half of this SEC slate.
Oh, big time. They're riding a wave. They've hit on some things. They're making people guard them a lot harder. Nelly Davis finding his stroke has just been huge for them. They have ways to score. If they can somehow find a way to get Jonas Adu more back involved. I mean, he had a nice low post move yesterday, scored, and then he missed the next one. But finding ways to get him shots. I love the way Big Z held on to rebounds last night. Some of those have been getting out of his hand. But he held on through contact, and it was so good. I thought the officiating in the second half really favored Texas. They called a lot of fouls. Some of them obviously very legit. Some of them were a little ticky-tacky. And it helped Texas get back in the game a little bit. But Arkansas got the benefit of a huge out-of-bounds call with 2-something left that I think it might have gone off Zvonimir, but a Texas guy forced it. Thankfully, they didn't go to replay, or that could have been overturned. But you called this. You said somehow if they beat Texas, what will Saturday look like? It's going to be a madhouse for Alabama. And that, Alabama's got a full week to prepare, and they obviously will understand Arkansas is a new team.
And Clay's here with us too, guy. I mean, I think that week off was huge for Arkansas going to Kentucky. Clay hadn't done the research, but and we're probably not far enough into it yet with the teams that have had midweek buys and how they performed on Saturday. But I can't believe that's not a big factor on Saturday. Arkansas plays late on Wednesday. I know the game got shoved back to 7:30. That helps some, but Alabama's going to be fully rested, fresh legs, playing on an Arkansas team that's really got about 7.5 players right now when they come in here as the number 3 team.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of study on this the last couple of weeks with the teams coming off buys. It's pretty split. It's a mixed bag, but last week Missouri coming off one, and they blew out Mississippi State's doors. It was Arkansas beating Kentucky. Obviously, we know Oklahoma won here with an off week. And so Arkansas is on a deal of every game they've been involved with coming off an open date. The road team has won it. OU won here. Arkansas won at Kentucky. and there might have been one before that. But anyway, so here's Alabama coming in here rested. So the trend seems to favor Alabama on this.
What do you think about it, Clay? I mean, we talk about buys a lot more in football and performance off buys. I think it does matter in basketball.
Yeah, you get your legs, and I think traveling is tough when it's right on the. I mean, this was to me the tough swing for Arkansas. This was the trap game, and you can say, Tom, you opened it up with this. This was old school. Well, it was for guys like me. Winning at Texas is it's a barometer. I mean, they've had two in back-to-back. Winning at Kentucky is a barometer. It tells you something about your team. Nobody just goes in there and has it given to you. And they took it from Kentucky. They took it from Texas. And that's the notable things. And, Tom, I don't think I can remember two road wins back-to-back for Arkansas of this magnitude. Nobody's even talking about that. But I don't know that there's ever been two that are as dramatic and significant for a team like this team right now.
Yeah, they needed those in the worst way, and I think you're onto something with the impact and the drama of them. Kudos to Hogstats. I think he put out last night that this is the third, or in 8 years, it's the third back-to-back road wins. So that tells you how rare it is, and for this team to do it is phenomenal.
At Kentucky and at Texas.
Yeah,
come on, man. That's rich.
Hey, Tom, you mentioned Hogstats. This is the 11th time that Razorbacks have played Kentucky and Texas, but it's the first time beating both teams in the same season. Love Hogstats. Good call that.
Yeah, really good. And all three of the back-to-back road wins have included a game at Kentucky in the most recent 8 years. So pretty phenomenal. Here's another thing with the SEC scheduling. All four of the teams that have buys this week, midweek buys, are all playing on the road. And I don't know if they're doing that intentionally, but it's probably a good thing to keep that kind of even.
Yeah. Tom Murphy with us, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, Whole Hog Sports. We're recapping Arkansas's 8-point win last night over Texas. Alabama coming up next. You look around the league, we're at the halfway mark. Auburn, here's what I'm most surprised by. Not Auburn being at the top, Auburn being undefeated and has done that. Was it 2 or 3 games they played without Janai Broome? Tom, I didn't think anyone would go more than 5 games before they lost one. Here we are at the halfway mark, and Auburn's proving me wrong.
Pretty incredible. Broome obviously being the steadying factor. I think he missed 2 games, but they've got new guys like Pettiford and Becker Mazzara came back, and I don't know. I like the composition of their roster. Good blend of big dudes and some guys who can shoot the three. And Bruce Pearl's got it going on. You're right. A lot of their road games have been really tight. I mean, Georgia, I think, was a 2-point game. There's been others that have been really close. And then
Mississippi
at home,
State, yep.
Yeah, and Tennessee went down there and had a shot at the end with Zakai Ziegler missing a shot. So I don't think they're going to go unbeaten. Somebody will take them down, and when they go to Bama, that's going to be something. They have to still play them twice.
Yeah. So, what's the atmosphere like Saturday night? Is this like when Auburn came in at number 1? Is this like when great Kentucky teams have come in? Is this like the Duke game last year? Is it on that level Saturday night?
It's going to be pretty wild, and I think there's a little carryover on the way we felt Eric Musselman felt about Nate Oates. I don't think they were buddies, and I think the Arkansas fans are very well aware of that. You cannot argue the results. I wrote about it this week. Auburn and Alabama, the last 8 regular season and conference titles, they own 6 of those. Alabama's had 2 sweeps, 21 and 23. They won them both. It's a phenomenal program. The offense he runs, that spread and then drive and pass it out to the 3, it has been very effective. And they went to the Final Four with it. He knows what he's doing. This should be a fantastic game. And if Arkansas can limit the threes, I think they'll have a shot to win.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football to NBA, college basketball to NHL and UFC, BetOnline is your number one sports betting source for the new year. From every touchdown to three-pointer and hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.